when I come on here on Wednesdays, what I try to do is just kind of give you guys an update. And before I give you the update, I want to share something that I've actually known this for quite some time, but I didn't understand it 100%. But Will Smith, I was looking at a video online, and Will Smith basically broke down this concept. All right. Say when you get very close to something, like 90% of the way there, he said a very rich gentleman told him, when you're 90% of the way, say what that really means is that you have 50% more work to do. He said, because the difference, 50% of the amount of work will get you 90% of the results. But to get that final 10% takes another 50% amount of work. And, it just never fails. There's some things in life, you don't have to understand it. You don't have to, it doesn't have to make sense to you, but you have to accept it. Okay. You have to accept it. It's just the way it is. If somebody says to you, you're sitting around trying to figure out why is water wet. Okay. Why it's wet is irrelevant. The fact is, if you stick your hand in it and you pull it out, your hand is going to be wet. Okay. That's all you need to really know. Mom back in the day, don't touch that light bulb. You're going to burn yourself. What? Ah! Screaming and hollering, I told your butt not to touch that light bulb. And so there's certain things that we just have to learn from, not from certain, because we don't have to experience everything to learn from everything. And so, like I said, what I do is I literally learn from other people. Now, I made plenty of mistakes myself, and there's not an entrepreneur that has ever been born that did not make many mistakes. I remember I was looking at a chart. It's an interesting little chart where it had 3 bow and arrows, okay? And it had the thing that they shoot a bullseye thing there for them to shoot the arrow into. And so 92% of people, the arrow would draw back and then, go back down and draw back again, go back down. They never took a shot. They never literally shot at the doggone target, okay? The next graphic had the guy, they drew back on the arrow one time and shot it. One time, it hit the upper right corner, wasn't a bullseye, and that was it. They just shot one time. And then you got people like me, I'm just shooting arrow after arrow after arrow. And they missed it, and I was going all kind of which ways and carrying on. And then one of them hit, bam, bullseye, green light. After shooting tons of arrows, okay? And then I ain't never run out of arrows, you know what I'm saying? Never run out. So I'm gonna always take the shot, because I don't know. You don't think you know what's gonna hit. You don't have a clue, man. The world just don't work that way. Sometimes, many things that I've done that was so far in advance ahead of its time, there was too far in advance ahead of its time. And I had to let the system and technology catch up to me, to my way of thinking. I ain't gonna tell you no story about that, but I got plenty. But let me just kind of tell you where we're at right now. Okay. I mentioned to you that we were adding the ability for the app to translate into any language. Now, on the website, it translates to any language. Okay. Now, the app will allow you to basically send a text message where you can type it in English and tell it you want to send it to somebody in Portuguese. And it'll translate that message for you and send it to them in the language that they can read, okay? So that's extremely valuable in a number of international business transactions or whatever. And just that piece alone right there, have a built-in translator into a texting app, means that it could have millions of downloads. You got 7 billion people worldwide that love, they don't like email no more. They rather text message people. Okay, it's more convenient. And so, so truly, the marketplace is tremendously huge, and that's probably the biggest part to this. Okay, but we also are applying a lot of strategies that I want to make sure everybody understands. Now, you know, if you've been here before or whatever, I'm saying I'm giving you guys a whole strategy, but I'm, you know, add a couple of little things here and there. So it's always good to stay plugged in so you can kind of know what's going on, so you can explain it to people, um, and you know, if you need to. All right, but so what happens now is inside of the app itself, there's going to be a translator that translate all of the verbiage in the app. So if somebody in Japan downloads the app or whatever, all of the instructions, everything that's written in the app, and everything that it says, is actually in their native language. So they can look at it and be able to utilize it worldwide, okay? And so we built it in, but again, you know what I tell you guys, I always tell you this, say smart people take something simple and make it complicated. Well, sure enough, he made it complicated. So I look at it, I go, oh, come on. I don't know, throw this away, that away, that away, this away. I don't want it to work like that. This is how it needs to work. And so anyway, he'll probably have it ready tomorrow with the suggestions I made to just simplify the doggone thing, you know, so that anybody can use it without having an issue. All right. Now, Joe is a founder with us, okay? And he introduced me to some technology. Remember I told you this, I said, whenever I need something, I don't worry about it, really worry about it, because it appears, it comes, it shows up. When we need it to show up, it shows up, okay? And so one of the things that I was concerned with, because it's a real problem, and I had no solution for it. I'm telling you right now, I had no solution for this. And that is, people don't read no more. They don't read. They don't watch training videos. They won't, you know, they won't get on a call. They won't, they are just, they're lazy, okay? They're just absolutely, totally unconnected, and it's hard to show somebody something new, okay? Unless you just try to baby hand feed them or whatever. And you just can't do that when your prices are so low and everything like that. You know, you just can't do it. You have to figure out a way around that, a cost affordable way to be able to communicate with them and get them to understand, you know, what it is that they need to do. And so it's got to be so simple and so easy to use that it becomes like second nature, okay? And so, and the reason I was thinking, I said, well, if we put the app out there, everything works perfectly fine. I know that there'll be people that'll download it and just look at it and be saying, you know, it don't work. You know, I don't know how to set up a group. I don't know how to save a group. I don't know how to edit a text message. So it doesn't work. It works perfectly fine. You just never took time to watch the doggone video, you know, or read the steps. You wouldn't do that, okay? So you'll just go in and say, don't work, 1 star, stay away from them. This app is crap. There's people out there just will do that to you in 30 seconds, okay? And be wrong as all outdoors, but once they put it out there to the world, you can never erase it, okay? So I said, well, if I could fix that problem, I want to fix that problem. And so when Joe introduced this technology to me, you know, I was talking to Stan, I said, you know, Stan, better use for that technology is not on the website, but we need to put it into the app. So let me tell you kind of what the technology does. All right, it's pretty cool stuff. Open up the app, okay? Now this happened maybe two days ago, okay? That I've been, you know, toying with the idea, but I've since had a chance to really kind of think about it a lot deeper. So, oh, you open up the app, and there's a new button in the app. It's called like um, questions, ask questions, or something like that. And so, if you click on that ask question button, what it does, what I want to happen is there'll be an AI bot, okay, that talks to you. So the AI bot will say, ask you for your name, and like, what's your name? Judge your name, and it's okay. Welcome, Troy. My name is, whatever we call it, Texagrams AI bot. I'm here to help you. Okay. Anytime you need from help, anything like that, I'll be here listening. Okay. So when you're going through the app, you're trying to send out a message, or you're trying to do something, or whatever it is you're trying to do, and you run into a block, just ask me. Just say, hey, how do I create a group? And I'm going to hear you say that question. And this is the bot talking. I'm going to hear you say that they ask that question, and I'm going to give you the answer. Okay. So as you're using this app or whatever, and you run into a situation, you don't have to go searching for me because I'm there. Okay. And I'm listening, and I'm there designed to help you. You know how big that is? You got to go find no button. You ain't got to do nothing. You just say, oh man, how do I save a group? How do I send a message? App said, oh, you're trying to send a message. That's easy. Let me show you blah, 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 blah. And just start talking to you. You have people they're going to be like, this app just told me what to do. I didn't call it by name or nothing. It's just there designed to help me if I got a question, because most people, they're doing whatever they're doing on their phone or whatever, and they get to a stumbling block, and it's just human nature to say, you know, how do I create a new group? Oh, you're trying to create a new group. No problem. Let me help you with that. And so we put that technology into the app. All right. Now we are bulletproof. That's my strong language. We're bulletproof. We tank proof. We nuclear weapon proof. Okay. Because it fits into the way people think today. It fits the way they move today. Okay. But nobody's giving them this level of packaging, and service. They've never seen anything like it, never heard of anything like it, honestly. Okay, and so we put that on the market. All right, that's newsworthy. Okay, and that's where we win. It's because we're first to market with something like this, and when you're first to market with something like that, it's revolutionary. They want to do stories on it. Okay, the news wants to talk about it or whatever. And so now when you get on the news, we got our press secretary, um, and he gets on, he'll handle all that press for us or whatever. He's a seasoned um, corporate person that made presentations to Fortune 100 companies, such stuff like that. And I like his energy. Sharp guy. And so I told y'all when I spot people with talent, we're gonna always work together because I know how rare talent is. It's just like you see a diamond on the ground right there. You gonna bend down and pick it up, put it in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You gonna just walk over and let it stay on the ground. It's way more valuable than it. It's way more valuable than just to be stuck in the dirt right there. And I've been that way my whole life. And so I pick up the diamond, I clean it up or whatever, and I put it to work in something that is better suited to do because they can do more than just be a rock, okay, sitting in the dirt. That's how I look at it. And so anyway, that technology we're adding into it right now. And I kind of wish I could tell you exactly a time frame that we would have it. I don't think it shouldn't take long at all. Like, we're exploring different avenues. Like the people who created the original technology. You know, I want to have a sit down with them, okay, and discuss to see if there's any synergy there. Because I'll tell you how I think. Okay, I've been doing this my whole life, so I'm just tell you how I think. Okay, is that if there's a deal to be made there, I'll make it. However, what I will be doing is this right here. In the back of my mind, well, actually in the front of my mind, I'm pretty upfront about this. I'm just letting you know that, you know, I'd love to do business with you if we can come to terms, fine. And everything's going to be fair across the board. I say, however, I'm going to build this technology. If I can't do a deal with you. I'm going to build it. Okay. You know, I have no problem at all doing it, and I will do it. And I say, you can bet against me if you want to. Many people have. Okay. But when I tell you I'm going to do something, if I tell you a chicken dips snuff, look under his wing for the can, because that chicken really dips snuff. You may not think so, but when you turn your back around, turn around back around quick, you'll say, that dog Troy was telling the truth. Okay. I told y'all. I mean, you know, I can do that. I could do a lot of stuff that you probably couldn't even, you'd be amazed at what I could do. You know, at the level of I can think and spot, you know, trends and stuff like that. So anyway, it's a very big trend right there with this AI stuff, and build it into an app as customer service. The difference is you ain't got to go click on nothing and then try to type out your message and all that. You just start talking, okay? And it hears you and it responds to you. And it's all based on what we're doing with that, you know, what you're doing at that moment with the app. So it tremendously removes that learning curve, okay? You ain't got to do it but one time. Once it shows you one time how to send a text message, you don't need it anymore, you know? You don't need it anymore. But, you know, so I'm going to give you the playbook here, okay? This is, you know, for people, new people is here may not know this. So I'm just want to make sure everybody is crystal clear on how we're going to do this, all right? All right, we're going to get into the Play Store and into the App Store for the iPhone, okay? And then we're going to, we got a publicist. We're going to go to our publicist and say, okay, now we're ready for CNN and Forbes and Fox News and everything else. Now, what's so cool about this is that if we're really fortunate, okay, now again, this is playing chess, not checkers. You know, we let all the election stuff die down, okay? Let all the election stuff die down and that be done with, okay? So now the media is looking for stories, okay? People are open to different things and looking around, whatever. And if we package it right, or whatever, you know, we'll get a lot of stories written on the technology, okay? And so when people start seeing it on those platforms or whatever, people all over the world will start downloading the app. So when they download that app, what we want to do is take those people and package them up as basically a customer package, for instance. And as one of our affiliates, you will be able to purchase those customers, okay? And what I mean by purchase those customers is, say for 50 bucks, you're able to get, say, 10 customers. And so what happens with a maneuver like that, it has never been done before, okay? However, you've heard it before, but nobody's been able to back it up. When it comes to you know, we're not MLM or anything like that, but you know, back in the day when I was, you know, had to do the MLM companies, the guys with the Rolex watches would fly in or whatever, and they would, you know, sign up a bunch of people because they had a really strong skill set. But then I would look at all the people that they signed up, and those people did nothing, okay? And then I looked at the fact that they were basically telling people, get in now, and I'll build it for you. That's what they were telling people, okay? And so people were spending their hard-earned money to get involved. And back then, MLM wasn't cheap. It wasn't $37. It could be a few $100 or even a few $1,000 to get involved, okay? And so people spend their hard-earned money with the belief that this person is going to help them to make some money. What if they just got abandoned? The person just abandoned them and never helped them do anything because he didn't have a system in place that was designed to help them. Okay, he just couldn't do it, and that always bothered me. Because I always would think, I was like, okay, the ideal system would be where you almost couldn't fail. Is it possible to build a system where you can't fail because has nothing to do with your level of skill? It has to do that somebody took the time to actually build a system, okay? And so I'm gonna tell you about a system like this. If a company comes up with a system like this, they're gonna keep all the money for themselves. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna keep all the money. You get scraps, and they're gonna keep all the money for themselves. I'm not that kind of person, okay? Like I said, I want to create at least 1,000 millionaires. Okay, that would be my goal. 1,000 millionaires, families, millionaire families, I should say. Because there's an end game that I want to tell you. I'm gonna tell you about it in a second. So that this wealth that we're generating here will become something that can continue way beyond us, to change our whole heritage of our family. Started with the work that we're doing right now. Okay. But so, when people sign up for something, they've tried all kinds of things and everything, but they don't have a skill set to be able to make a presentation. They can't do a PowerPoint. They just don't know what to do. Okay. And so because the app is in the App Store and we're generating publicity for the app based on the fact that it, is newsworthy. And so we have tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands of people testing the app out. Okay. And so when they test the app out, they're going to like it because they can download it for free. They get 10 credits to test the app out. And when they test it, they're going to say, wow, this is really cool right here. Okay, let me spend $37 and get 2,500 text credits. Well, if you have purchased that customer, every time that they make a purchase, all right, to reload credits, you're going to get paid on that every single time, passive income. And I can't stress this enough. There's a big, big, big difference between an affiliate, somebody that you talk to about becoming an affiliate, and customers. Okay. I told y'all before that I don't want that many affiliates. I want millions of customers because customers, they know what they want. I'm looking for an app to translate my text messages. Boom, they find us, they download it. This is what I'm looking for. I'm a happy customer. Now I have a tool that I can use for my business and whatever I want to do forever. I got a tool to handle that. Okay. I no longer have to do it the hard way. Okay. I'm looking for an app where I can send out a text message to a large group without it being a group text message and everybody seeing the replies and getting mad and all this and that stuff. I can handle it. They put that into the search engine. Boom, we pop up. They say, okay, let me try this Texagram thing. They try it out. They love it because it does exactly what they want it to do, And so, so the idea that we, will have a lot of downloads because even the apps that's in the stores now, that are texting apps, they're doing hundreds of thousands and some of millions of downloads, and they have none of the technology that we have built into Texagram.
So I'm not worried about that, you know. Then we have the ability, of course, excuse me, to train them on the fly. And and so, you know, we have checked all the boxes. Okay. So because we have the ability to do that, I can easily package these customers up, and you can have access to these customers. Okay, because I'm not going to be greedy with it, and I'm going to for this to work mathematically, I can't be greedy. Okay, for this to work for you and for us, give us a strong foothold in the marketplace or whatever, get everybody talking, making history with this company. We have to do things differently than anybody has ever done it before. You know, and that's normal for me. You know, that's easy for me to do because I think different than most people, and I'm not greedy. And so what happens is when you have an opportunity to do something that doesn't take skill, okay, but you got access to it simply because you was in the room, okay, you was in the room when the big idea was being discussed. You were there. Now, these big ideas happen all the time. $1 billion ideas happen all the time. Okay, just you never in the room when they're being discussed. By the time you hear about it, it's already on. It's already gone. The players are already in place, and half of them probably already made millions before you even know it exists. Okay, before you even know it exists. So the real opportunity is in the very, very, very beginning because that door closes. Okay, even for those people that's in the room, they say, "Well, we need your answer by XYZ," you know, or we're closing this off. We're not taking it anymore. Any new people, and every company has a moment that starts off in the beginning where it may not look like much. They're working out a garage, you know. They spray cockroaches on the webinar. And so, all these things it may look crazy to you in the beginning, but trust me, Jeff Bezos, they had a picture of him on the internet, and you can see the Amazon sign behind him. Okay. What was interesting about it, if you look at his desk was actually a door. Literally, they had a door that they put some legs on, and he made that his desk. you know, Now, he's the second richest man in the world. Okay. So you just got to know that everything has a start. But the thing with a lot of people is they don't have the patience. They just don't understand how much work is involved in this, how difficult it is. I was another entrepreneur talking. He said he's a venture capitalist. He said that what he looks for 100%, he said, they have invested money with very smart people, had a really good idea or whatever. He said, but they didn't have that determination, that perseverance. He said, so the ones that failed because it's so hard that they quit. When you're smart and you can do things or whatever, um, you know, it's very hard to continue doing something that but one big problem after another, after another, after another. It'll wear down anybody. And the only person that can withstand that is somebody who's doing it not because of the money. Because if that's all you're driven by is the money, then you will quit, okay? Because there's easier ways to make money, okay? Especially, again, if you're smart, there's easier ways to make money. And people are lazy. But to continue through, all adversity, and I mean, it's adversity that hits you from any kind of which way you can think of, and some you would never even see coming, okay? But the longer you do it, the easier it gets, honestly. And so the ones who make it, they make it because they're passionate about what they do. People call me on the phone, answer the phone. They say, I've never seen a CEO answer their call on phone like this. I've never seen it. My phone rings a lot, guys. It rings a hell of a lot. Okay. I answer the call and I talk to you. And I guarantee you, we call and talk on the phone, we'd be laughing and joking and having a good time or whatever. And whatever I'm working on, that's what we're gonna talk about or whatever. And you know, because I and people say, how do you do it? And I just simply say it's because I love it. You know, you ever love something so much that it's not work. It's not work at all. It's like the most fun thing I have ever had a chance to do in my life. I love people. I love helping people. And I know that I was put here to, given a gift so that I could help a lot of people. And I think I told you guys, if you, some of you have been around, that I had a vision about 7 years ago. I had a vision as to a large group of us. We had got together, we were meeting, but everybody that was there was making a ton of money. Everybody was just doing, we basically won, okay? We won. And everybody's excited and happy because we won. That we made it, we won, you know. Okay, so in this vision I had, I say, Lord, how is that possible? That's what I asked. That's the exact words I said. How is that vision remotely possible? How is it possible? I have nothing in my arsenal that could do that. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing I can think of can build that picture right there. In that vision. Nothing. Not even close. Okay. And so, I just kept shooting arrows, missing, and every so many times it's ridiculous. I just pull back the bow and shoot again. Everybody ridicule me and everything. That's okay. I don't mind that at all. Um, like I said, I told people, I say, look, before we get there, if you ain't cried, if you ain't been mad at me, you cussed me out, or and I cuss you out, and been upset, and frustrated. If you ain't gone through all those emotions, we ain't there yet. Okay, because where we're at right now, we're gonna go through that with disappointment and all of that stuff. It's gonna, if you don't know it's coming, that's one thing. But I'm telling you, it's coming. And it's designed to make you quit. However, here's the thing. I'm not going to quit on you. You can quit on me. I don't care about that. Go hibernate. Go hibernate, whatever. I'm not going to kick you out. I'm not going to, the only thing I kick you out if you do something crazy, okay? Then you got to go. Because I don't have time I don't waste my time, okay? And if I see that you're a bad person, I don't want to work with you, okay? I don't want to, okay? And I won't, plain and simple. I will not take your call. You can't call me. No, I will not. No, I don't care, okay? But if you're not a good person, but if I see you're a good person, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. Even in you doing, other people call me with other projects or whatever. We have a gentleman, his name is Chief Colinago, just a great guy, okay? He's been with me for a while or whatever. And, and I've been trying to pay him his money, but he doesn't have PayPal, and A to B doesn't work for him. And so, so now I got another way I'm gonna pay him here later tonight. But anyway, he writes books, okay? And so he was talking about the books he's writing. He was telling me about them. I'm just listening to him. Well, I'm a natural born problem solver, okay? And so that's what I told him. I said, look, your subjects are very interesting subjects. But I say, the reason when I do something, it works is because, like, I come up with a marketing strategy first, okay? And then I put the product together to fit the strategy, the marketing strategy. I don't put the product together and then try to figure out how to sell it. That's backwards in my mind. It's just backwards, because if you think about it from the other way around, where you create the marketing first, you know, then you tell them make the product to fit that marketing strategy. You way ahead of the game. You just way ahead of the game. And so I told him, I said, you know, the problem I see is you start talking about books, okay? But people don't read no more. Okay. People just don't read no more. It's like it's almost like, I hate to say this, but it's like um it's it's like you sell buggy whips in the 1800s, okay? In 1800s, everybody got a horse and carriage. So you're selling many buggy whips. Then all of a sudden the automobile come along, okay? Well, you don't want to be the last person selling buggy whips, okay? And when the automobile is coming along, you want to say, okay, let me go with the new technology. Okay, let me go there because that's where the new treasure is, and that's where the new opportunity is. You don't want to stay selling buggy whips till you the last one selling it, and you got 99% of your business has a car now. They don't have a bug horse and carriage anymore. You don't want that. And so what I told him, I said, you just need, to reframe your work. I say, this is what I would do if I were you. And I imagine if you guys get on YouTube or Instagram or something like that, you'll come across every now and then you'll come across like um, they'll have like either a skit, with people doing a skit or whatever, and they write the content for it and they act it out. Okay. And they get tremendous amounts of views. But also something they're doing is even simpler than that. Is they'll get a really neat thumbnail. Okay. And then they'll put an image up of the scenario, okay, of what the story is about. Just one image, that's it. And the image never changed. Then you go to one of these companies and you told them which company to go to get the AI to do the voiceover. Hundreds of voices. You can pick the best voice you want. And I gave them examples of stories, like I'm watching one now, okay? It's about this Black lady, she's a billionaire, and she went to this hotel, real exclusive hotel, her and her assistant, for a vacation. But when she got there and they seen she was a Black lady, they the lady called in the hotel manager, and he came in to tell her that he don't see her reservation, and so he cannot accommodate her room. When she knows they triple check the accommodations were valid and everything multiple times, because your assistant is very, your assistant to a billionaire. You don't have problems like that, okay? And so anyway, so the lady said, okay, no problem. So she left the hotel. She ends up buying the hotel, okay, and going back. And the story is about that. There's a really good story, okay, but it's all of the images and stuff is in your brain because they're not showing you anything that's happening on the screen. You just listen to it, okay, the story. So I said you need to do that. Say and if you don't know how to do it, I said I'll be happy to help you to do it. And I said I don't want anything. I don't want anything. I just because that's your energy you put into writing these stories, and that's your passion or whatever. And if I could be of help, then I'm happy to do that for you. Okay. And so the thing is, just by repackaging it a little bit, what happens, I said, is this right here. This story, I sent him the story I was looking at. In 2 weeks, that story had 700,000 views. In 2 weeks, 700,000. I said, okay, now I just told him, let me take it a step further for you so you really see what's going on here. I say, if you take your story and you put it out there in this format right here, and you get, say, 700,000 views, well, what you have now, in a sense, is 700,000 potential customers, okay? I say, so once you got their attention and you have entertained them or whatever, you come up with another story, they're gonna follow you, and they're gonna become fans of yours. So now you could develop characters or whatever, and they'll buy your t-shirts, they'll buy whatever it is that you want to sell. They even buy a hard copy of the book a signed book by you. You say, hey, you know, that book that you love so much. Well, I got a hard copy, and I'll sign it for you, and send you a signed copy, and they'll buy it because they like you, they admire your work that you do, and you know, so you can try it the old way, you know what I'm saying, and get no traction, or you try it my way, you know, and go out there. Let's just go get this mess out of the way, and forget that onesie twosie stuff. And I wouldn't sell to waste my time trying to sell one or two things. Yeah, no way. Because the same amount of energy it takes me to sell one or two, I can sell 10,000. You know, same. Actually, it's easy to sell 10,000 because they really ain't gonna ask no question. You know, I try to sell one or two. I got to explain it for an hour to each person. Well, you know, ask 1,000 questions. So, so, so the customers, if you think about it, because they're finding us in the app store, it's probably going to be people who text a lot. Okay, somebody who just sent a message here or there, they're not going to be in the app store looking for a texting app. But somebody who says like, man, I got all these text messages. I'm doing everything. You know, I wish there was an easier way to do this or whatever. They probably send out a lot of text messages. And so when they buy the app, if that person becomes your customer for life, well, hell, they might buy new, you know, text messages every week. Okay, they may buy it every week, and so if they do it every week, that they're worth over $500 a year to you. That one customer worth over $500 a year to you in passive income, and it's helping them to do what they are naturally doing. Okay, they do it once a month. That's $120 a year in passive income. And so once you find out your numbers or what have you, it's pretty easy for you to sit down and come up with a game plan as to, and be able to actually initiate and pull it off as to how much money you want to make. For instance, if you wanted to make $100,000, you know, you don't have to, you know, $100,000. Let's say in passive income a year. Let's just say a year. Okay, $100,000. Well, if a customer that comes on board re-ups, let's say 10 times a year to keep the number even. Okay, there's re-ups 10 times a year. That one customer is worth $100 a year to you, that one customer, okay? So let's say you set a goal for yourself. You say, I want to get 1,000 customers, okay? That I make $100 a year on each one of them, okay? Just a round number. So, okay, that's $10,000 a year right there. And you say, so now I need to find 10 other people that would also like to make some extra money. Say you need to go. You need to get 1,000 customers. 1,000 customers is really. Let's look at what it costs you to get 1,000 customers. Okay, you get 1,000 divided by 10 is 100 times 50. So it costs you $5,000. And you know you can reinvest the money as you make money or whatever. You know you don't have to do it overnight. Okay. Anyway, so you got 1,000. So now you get 9 other people to build their client base up to 1,000. So now between your 1,000 and those 9 people 1,000, that's a total of 10,000 customers. Remember, you make $10 on every purchase on the ones your personal customers, but you also make it on those 9 people that you referred. Those 9 affiliates, you make $1 on each one of, $10 on each one of their commissions that they make. And so now you got 10,000 coming in, orders coming in, and that's your $100,000 right there. You know, right there from that customer base, and that's passive income. So again, you didn't have to get up and go to no meetings, and you didn't have to, go make no presentations. You had to answer a whole bunch of questions and none of that stuff, because it's all going to be really simple and straightforward. But given that, if you're really smart, and you move quick, in business, you don't want to, you want to be aggressive. So you throw the kitchen sink at it for say 6 months. I'm gonna do everything I can to acquire as many customers as I want. Okay. And so as I possibly can. And you reinvest your money. Give me some more, give me some more, give me some more, give me some more. Okay. Just bite the bullet and reinvest. Now you look up and you got, instead of you know, having 10,000 customers, you have 100,000 customers. Okay. Now you're a millionaire. Okay. And so all I'm saying to you at the end of the day is that you will never see another opportunity like this. You'll just never see it. And I hate to say it, but you'll probably never meet another guy that's smart enough to put something like that together and still share the information. Because, you know, if I wasn't the kind of person I was, the move is not to, is to just bypass everybody and keep the money myself and then share it with go to a billionaire or something and share it with him and and build it with that particular person. Still gonna do some of that. But you can participate in that and benefit from it as well. So it's, you know, it's not, I'm not gonna say it's difficult. Once you understand the strategy, then you just work the strategy. And nothing in that strategy is hard, it's complicated at all, nothing. You know, thinking of it and packaging it up, that was where the energy went, you know, into figuring that out. That's why, you know, and the little stuff that we're doing now to it is just, and here's why it's so important, why you have to be patient, okay? Because only people that can mess this up is us. And let me tell you the two things that we can do to mess it up, okay? The first thing is being greedy, okay? Greed will destroy it, okay? Being greedy. And trust me, when money shows up, you know, I have a plan for that as well, okay? Because, you know, greed will show up and I got a contingency plan for that, okay? The second thing is that we do not deliver a quality product, okay? That we rush to put something out there that's not, you get one chance to set the tone and the brand, build this grand Texagram. We got one opportunity to do it. And we get that right. We got $1 billion brand that we just built, $1 billion brand, and you'll help build it and you benefit from that $1 billion brand tremendously. So what is it? What does the end results look like? Let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Because I, you know, went there and looked at how do I see this thing playing out? Okay. Well, I've often told you that you know, we can go to the big boys, the venture capital people, and how they're going to write a check, and they're going to come in, and they're going to run it up the value of the company. They're going to run it up, okay? And they run the value of the company up or whatever, and so the value continues to go up, and then we end up selling it for a lot of money, and you getting a piece of that. All my affiliates get a piece based on the amount of energy and effort, whatever they put into it. Okay, I got an algorithm running already in the background that can come up with your valuation of what you're worth to the company. And it's not a little money, okay? It's good money. But that's really just the start. Let me explain to you. Okay, there's something else going on. I hear it. I talk about it a lot. And I'll tell y'all now that we're going to do this. All right. There are venture capitalist firms who put money in, say, Google and Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all this stuff. Okay. These venture capitalist funds. And these guys have a track record of picking what they call unicorn. And that means like they'll take and put $1 million in a company, and that $1 million turn into a doggone $1 billion. Okay. I mean, you just can't even begin to imagine that. That's just, I think that's 10,000 times the money, or something crazy like that. And so the thing is, as crazy as this sounds to you, it's a fact that when they buy into a company, that's public information. That's absolutely public information. You can follow them and see what they buy. I can follow them and see what they buy. So we just get together. We're already a group of people already. And this is how I think we really get to the real well. We have our own venture capital firm, okay? And so you got money now. You got money. And you say, okay, Troy, I want to, and I'm telling you right off the bat, when this gentleman right here buys something, some company, we get together and say, okay, he just bought something this right here. So we're going to buy some of this. We're going to buy some of this here. And you can put what you want to into the pot, whatever you want. I don't care. All right. Because the thing is, whatever you put in there, we're trying to take it. And just like he goes up 100 times. So you put in 10,000 into it. Now you got 100,000. But you ain't have to do no work. You ain't have to do no research. You ain't have to learn no new skill. You ain't have to watch no chart. None of that. You didn't have to do any of that. I tell you the software to go get. Any software is really Crunchbase. Okay, you go to crunchbase.com. All right, and it's like I think around $300 something for an account. Get your account, and then the major players that we follow, we just use them. I just make it simple for you to do because by us having a venture capitalist firm, then we can operate and move like they move. Okay. And it's it's a it locks in because if I give you a bunch of money, if you go make a bunch of money, it's like winning the lottery. Okay. If I leave you right there, a whole lot of you in 3 years will be back where you are now. Okay. And that's not what this is about. This is not what this is about. If I'm going to really help you, okay, I'm not going to leave you like that. Okay. I'm not going to just leave you out to dry, even though, I don't owe you anything or whatever. I know that if I give you a fish, I feed you for a day. But if I teach you to fish, I feed you for the rest of your life. Okay. You and your whole family for the rest of their life, because this is not hard. We just never had the capital. We didn't have the trust, and we really truthfully did not have anybody that was breaking it down and explaining it to us the way I break it down and explain it to you. Okay. They want you to think they're the guru. They're so smart. We're the ones that are so smart, And so I was going through the charts and I seen this and I looked at the reports and I saw that this was up for, a tick to be more profitable. And so, yeah, so I pulled the trigger on it. What'd you do, Troy? I looked at what he was bought and I went and bought the same thing. There's got to be something there. What's your secret? There's got to be more than that. No, that's about it. The history of finance, you'll never hear somebody else in an interview like that. They always take credit for, yeah, well, me and my staff, we see hundreds of deals a day, and we choose the ones that best fit our marketing strategy. What's your secret? Can you just share a quick secret? Okay, you see this guy right here? I buy what he buy. I don't question it. I don't know him. I don't even know him. But I know this, that when he buys something, it goes through the roof. Okay, not 100% of the time, but heck, if I bet $1 million, um, and 9 of them do nothing, but then one of them go up to $100 million, did I win or not? You think I care about the 9 million I lost when I just out of 100 million I just made? See, I don't give a damn about no 9 million when I just made 100 million or 500 million. And it's just so simple. Remember, I told you that smart people complicate things. You don't never remember anything I said to you. You know, remember, smart people complicate things. Geniuses take something very complicated and simplify it. So I buy what he buys, and that's it. And then you ain't even got to buy it yourself because you know our strategy going in, and all you got to do is just say, hey, um, you know, it makes sense to me. If it don't make sense to you, I can't help you with that. But if it does make sense to you, then you'll be part of that team, so we can keep this thing going and really generate some wealth. So guys, we are, like I say, adding in the AI to communicate directly with people via voice, so that it removes any kind of skepticism or um, people not having the knowledge about what to do with the app. If we can take care of that, then we have, like I said, we have developed something that can truly change all of our lives. So if you have questions at this time, I'd be happy to take it.
Guys, I tell you what, you are getting $1 million information. I hope you all were listening intently with zero distractions, because this is a vital, vital call. It's not, this is just the beginning of where we're going, guys. We're so privileged and so excited to be affiliated with a gentleman like Troy. I'm telling you guys, your breakthrough is imminent. Just be patient.
Mm-hmm.
It's a virtue. I'm going to call Kimberly first. Kimberly Davis, I don't know if your hand was raised by mistake, but it's been up there for a while.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, Kimberly.
Good evening, my Textagram family.
Yes,
If my hand is up, it's never by mistake. Troy, thank you for not being greedy. Thank you for your spirit of not being greedy. You know, I sincerely mean that in so many ways. My sister and I called you last week. We told you about our credits that we purchased over Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Instantly, you added it to our accounts without no proof, no nothing. You trusted us, we trusted you, and you made it.
Yes. Yeah.
You made it happen. I have written 2 pages of notes for you tonight, which is amazing. Okay, I got stars everywhere. But the main thing is thank you for not being greedy and thinking about the people in the community, because that does not really happen in corporate America with the product coming out. And I'm in other projects, but I compare them to how you manage and how you are so transparent. And when they don't match up to your transparency, I kind of got a issue, and I'm asking why not?
They can't help it.
Well, I can't help it either. That's my personality, to ask why not. And if I don't get an answer that is simplified, like you said, I know they BSing me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I love everything that you're saying. I love everything that you're doing. I told you from day one, the first Wednesday that we have, I'm ride or die with you. You are becoming an uncle in my family. And I told you that. And Kim is as well, has told you that. And this was amazing. Thank you for giving so much to us. It is greatly appreciated. And I will always tell you that.
Okay, I appreciate you guys as well. I often wondered why all this knowledge I got. I say, like, it would be a travesty for me not to share this with people. People need to know this, because it's very valuable knowledge. And I don't have any kids. Personally, I don't have any kids, but I've helped hundreds of thousands of kids over the years. I said, you know, man, I've done a lot of stuff for people. And something I want to do is, you know, is I want to do something for young men that maybe not have fathers or whatever, to try to show them, and give them some of this knowledge as well, and help them understand about business, you know, and help them create a business, show them what to do, and how to think outside of the box, and look for opportunities or whatever. Because I believe that there's a lot of talent out here. You know, to be honest with you, you know, shouldn't probably say this, but I'm gonna tell you. Okay, see, when I was young growing up, I did very, very, very well. I think I was doing around $15,000 a week when I was 22 years old, something like that. And so 23, probably I was 23. And so so you know, my city, like, you know, I had nicest cars and everything, you know. Just one day I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. Y'all go trip out, y'all see me. I was cold-blooded, boy.
I believe you. I believe you.
Else.
I believe you. I can't wait to see those pictures.
Yeah, but what happened was, it was probably a group of about nine guys, okay? And we would see each other, you know, because we're from the same city or whatever. And so, you know, they were doing very, very, very well as well. Now I'm pretty sure some of them were selling drugs or whatever. Not pretty sure. I know some of them were probably selling drugs. I never touched drugs, never. Not one time in my life. Never tried it. Never had any inclination. Because to me, it was so easy to figure out ways to make money. I didn't have to do that kind of stuff. And so, you know, but one day, it's a long version, a short version. Okay.
I don't want Fiona mad at me, so give us the short version, okay? I don't want to be put in the corner.
Okay. What would happen is, you know, I had, you know, 15 guys working for me, and I developed a product that we would sell to hairstylists and stuff. So we would travel all over the country and sell the product. And so they would do about $2,000 in sales for the week. Okay, they would keep 1,000, and I would get 1,000. So if I got 15 guys working, that means I'm making $15,000 a week. Okay, but the money we would collect, we collected in cash. Okay, and so what would happen is, so we would leave out, like we would leave out on Monday. On Monday, we would fly out and we would work all week, and then on the weekend we come back in on the weekend. And so, because all the money was in cash, they kept like the hundreds, the 50s, the 20s, and 10s. And they gave me all the 5s and 1s, okay?
They gave you all the low bills. Okay, the lower bills.
$15,000 in 1s and 5s. And so this is what I used to do. So I knew all the club owners and stuff like that. So I would go around to the club, and I say, you know, and I would hand their doorman, like, say maybe $3,000 in 1s and 5s, something like that. You know, because it was like the change, when they wanted to make change and stuff like that, instead of going to the bank or whatever, they knew I was coming through with, you know, between 3,000 and 5,000, and hand it to them. So now throughout the night, I'm out, you know, hanging out with everybody, and we just laughing, having a good time. And they would just come up to me, you know, walk up to me and hand me like $400, $500, $1,000, and it would just go like all night. You're like, what did you do? I say, I just give them the change or whatever to give out or whatever. But so they actually, and so there was a girl that you know, we was talking, and she thought I was a drug dealer, right? I said, no, I don't sell drugs. She said, what do you do? I say, well, I sell business cards. And she said, you must sell a whole lot of business cards. I say, actually, I do. And I got to take it one step further. Okay, so I had a machine, this big machine that would make the cards, right? And so
the machine ran all day and all night. Okay, I had a staff that night that run it, and I had one during the day. And so when I would walk into the office, I'm listening for the machine running. Okay, and I could do this. Now this sounds crazy. It may sound crazy to you, but when I hear the machine run, like every time it prints a picture, there's a delay, and then it prints the next picture because it moved the paper and then it prints the next picture, whatever. And so I could tell if that delay was off even 1 second, if it was too slow. And so I would pause production, and I said, okay, we need to recalibrate everything because it's moving too slow. Okay. And they'd be like, you know, why do you care about a second? I say, well, let me do the math for you. So I pull out and do the math, and I show them that 1 second equates to probably about $100,000 a year that we're losing because of inefficiency. Now, that, you know, and I'm 23 years old, and that's how I was thinking, you know, so, you know, so, you know, so I've been doing this a long, long time. And so that's why the stuff that we're getting ready to do here is just it's just way bigger because it's worldwide and 7 billion cell phones, you know, it's just way, way bigger. So yeah, we're going to do this.
I just wrote down inefficiency is less than. You know, I'm writing copious notes tonight. Troy, you are on it.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second of inefficiency spread out over a year.
Costs a lot of money. I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying.
How many people think like that?
And
how many people think like that?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Spencer because he has been giving up amazing training the last couple of days that I've been on. Today, I kind of took a personal day and did my exercising with the Woodrow Bridge. I'm here in DC metropolitan area. So I'm originally from Michigan, and I shared this with a couple of people in Michigan this morning.
Okay.
And they text me and said, I'm interested. So that's a great thing to be able to send them my link with the video and them to be able to see it. You know, what this text is going to do is going to revolutionize the texting business.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I don't care how long it takes for you to get it perfect for the Google and the Apple Store. The thing is to get it perfectly before it goes in there. Because I understand what you're saying as to where if it's not right and we have problems, people are not going to mess with us.
Correct.
So take your time. I am with you. Kim is with you. So I know that many of us, I'm speaking for people that I don't even know on this line tonight that have been showing up for the different presentations and everything in your weekly meetings. I'm like, if they can't compare to what I received Wednesday evening, I don't even want to bother with them in their project because they're not being transparent to me. That's how I am scaling my business mind, because you give us the answers, you give us ideas, you give us everything, and Spencer has given us everything, which is so amazing.
I hate to cut across you guys. And Kimberly, I totally respect and value what you're saying here. That's totally valued and appreciated. But we got time for one more call.
No problem, Ralph. No problem, Ralph. I just want to give Troy his props for this evening. He brought it forward. He was on fire tonight.
Absolutely.
On fire.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, I forward to the next person. No problem, Ralph.
Bertice, your question, and this will have to be the last one, guys, because we have to respect Troy's time. Bertice?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Troy, I wanted to ask about the ad packs that we bought. Everybody that bought ad packs earlier on, and we've been holding on to those ad packs. how are those? You may have answered like I don't only, but how would those ad packs work toward buying customers?
Yeah, you'll be able to use them to buy customers. Yeah, we'll set it up. We were ready to go. You'll be able to transfer your use your ad packs to get customers. This makes more sense. Instead of rolling the dice and advertising for customers, we just wasn't as smart then as we are today. Okay. And so if I can give you the customers, no need to go searching for them because they've been already downloaded the app. So we know that they're interested, and we know that they are somebody who probably does a lot of texting. So it's a better quality customer as well. And
Yeah.
so we can build it with that, and you'll be able to use those credits to get that. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, that right there that's probably going to be because a lot of people got a lot of codes for that, ad packs. They got a lot of ad packs, and y'all gonna get a real big head start in this, a real big head start, because a lot of you have quite a few.
Yeah, I have 23, I think it is. I have to go back and look. I think around 23, 25 ad packs. So out of each ad pack, is that how many? One customer or what?
Well, probably, man, the price is going to, so you paid for an ad pack, you paid $50, right? Yeah.
It's been so long ago, I can't remember how much we paid.
It was $50,
on those
okay.
ad packs.
And so you'll get 10 customers for that, for that, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay, your question and answer, Bertice?
Yes, thank you. I'm satisfied.
Wonderful. Well, guys, I tell you what, it's been such an absolutely wonderful call. Troy has stretched all of our imaginations here tonight. And guys, I tell you what, when you think out of your imagination, it's unlimited. Think about this as just a beginning of it. You are in the right place at the right time with the right product. You just need to really know it, exercise patience, like Kimberly said. And guys, just things are about to explode. So thank you all for being on the call. We totally respect your time here. Hopefully something was said that gets you so excited that you can say, it was worth me being on this call. So as we prepare to say goodnight, I want you guys to unmute yourself and let Troy know how much you value and appreciate him.
Troy, I value you. You just
Thank you,
don't know.
Troy.
Thank you so much, Troy. We
Thank you.
value
Hey, Vaughn,
Yes, thank you very much, Troy. Thank you very much.
Great mind, Troy.
Thank
Thank you. Right with that great mind, buddy.
Great job, Troy.
yeah, we're doing our best here, It's
We
something I love to
appreciate
do.
you.
So again, we're here for you. Anything y'all need, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We here, let you know. Jewel, I need to speak to you.
Great job, sir.
The money for you, Jewel.
Thanks a lot, Troy.
All right.
Blessings.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
All right.
much. We appreciate all of you so much.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, David.
Good night,
All right.
Thank you,
everybody.
Troy. Good night.
Have a good night. All right.